Face feel fucking like it's stuck like this.
I hope not.
It's better than smoking salvia.
Oh my God, Salvia is insane, bro. I got a story about Salvia.
Everybody should do salvia at least once.
Yeah, okay, I can get behind that. So,
Remember when people used to smoke spice?
man, spice was crazy. Salvia was absolutely insane that they sold that legally at gas stations, though.
Who was smoking? You was smoking spice?
Everybody was
It's on.
doing it.
I wasn't fucking with no spice. Damn, that K2 shit.
Yeah.
You smoked that shit too, Josh?
Oh man, yeah.
Wow.
So Salvia, you could get at a gas station. It would be like 68 extract, 120
Hey,
extract.
y'all boys is really fucking experiment, huh?
Yep.
That's the shit that
Still
I
am.
did not play with.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I
YOLO.
once smoked Salvia. We went down to Daytona Beach for like our senior spring break, me and my buddy, and we were walking the strip.
Yeah.
These dudes come up behind us, and it was a white guy with like face tats. And this was, I graduated in 2009, so I think Lil Wayne was one of the only people really rocking that as far as, you know, pop culture goes. Like it was, and I was all right. And this like taller, skinny black dude, and we're like, yeah, sure, we'll get some weed. And they took us like behind a couple streets, and all of a sudden we were just like not where we should have been. And this dude sitting next to me, and he's like, my name's Ghost. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, man. I'm Josh, and I'm like long hair, tie-dye, Converses, just literally, I'm just looking for some weed.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there, and he's like, you see that church? I'm like, yeah. He's like, that whole thing is just a meth ring. Like they just sell meth right out of that. I'm like, man, I'm kind of looking around. I'm like, weird. How do we get here from the strip? Like it's just a couple of blocks off. There's another pause. He goes, if I would have met you 2 years ago, bro, I would have robbed you. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus. And then he starts telling me about his prison tat. You know, he melted down the black chest pieces, and he's got all these tats and shit. We go through this upstairs area, and there's like a hallway, and it's blacked out, and there's a sheet, so someone could hide behind the sheet. And we're like, all right, we go in there, and then there's this other dude, and his name's Slim. And he's like, you guys want to buy some weed? We bought some weed. Ended up hanging out with these guys the entire trip. So JJ, Sweet Lou, Ghost, Slim, there's a guy, Jesus. And so JJ was this like white guy, like kind of drug addict-y, you know what I mean? But like he hung out with them, and they said that they were Crips. Like they were all whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And Salvia was legal. And my buddy who I went down to Daytona with was on probation, so the only thing he really could do was Salvia. Like he had to test while we were down there. So we were hanging out with these guys who were clearly entrenched in like drug culture, but had never tried Salvia. So we're on like the boardwalk one night, and we had bought it from a head shop, and JJ is telling us, he's regaling us with all of his drug tales. He's like, I've taken ecstasy and mushrooms and acid all at the same time. This shit isn't going to be shit. And Ghost is like, well, smoke it then. And so we have it in a water bottle, bro, and he hits it. And Salvia, you got to get like one good big ass hit.
Yeah.
He rips it.
Mm-hmm. Lost his fucking mind.
Falls backwards on his back. And the audience can't see me. He's swimming on all fours. Drooling. Laughing.
Up to one hit.
Hit. That's how strong Salvia is, bro. And Ghost is looking at him like...
These are the stories I was hearing. That's why I wasn't fucking with it.
He looks at me and goes, I'm not smoking that. And he starts throwing Skittles at him. And he's just raining Skittles on him. He's like, you dumb motherfucker. And JJ's like, he comes out of it. And he's like, that was the craziest experience I've ever had, bro. And it's like, yeah.
How long was he fucked up?
I mean, like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a quick thing. It's like maybe even less.
Yeah,
I mean, the highest probably
like 2 minutes, maybe.
Seriously?
Yeah, if we can get some Salvia, you might want to try.
No, fuck, I'm not.
It's funny. It's funny.
It feels like you're being
That's
peeled.
That's the exact same thing that happened to me. I was like, with the K2 though, I was like, y'all want to smoke this shit? Because homeboy, he was on probation. And it was like, it's just like weed, but you're going to test for it. And I'm like, you hit it first.
Yeah.
He hit it, and he was just like, put it down, and he was like, I can't feel my legs.
Oh, damn. So it's like a fucking whip it, huh? You just feel that bitch and then...
It's very psychedelic.
Right. But you lighten that up, though.
When I hit Salvia, I stood up And then I looked back, and I was still sitting down, and I saw myself.
Ooh. Dude, when I say
I want to deal with,
like you're right here and you hit it, you're gone.
I'm not fucking with nothing like that.
Dre, you're gone. Probably, like I can't see you anymore.
Probably won't even come back
for like 2 minutes.
For 2 minutes,
and then 2 decades.
Like everything was frozen, and I was just looking around. Like,
probably won't come back till I'm 70 and shit. They like, man, he over there fucking with Josh now. They done gave him the K2 at a late age.
Drugs are cool, dude.
He been fucked up since 2021.
Drugs are cool.
There you go. Look, we can go meet him right there on Perry.
Smoke Salvia responsibly. And so of course, like, people have to take a plant and make it the most potent it can be, because like it's a fucking plant. You could grow it, and where it's natively from, the locals just chew on the leaves. Mm-hmm. So it gives them almost like a nicotine, like light body buzz. Right. But then if you extract, it becomes like a dab of the thing where it's so psychedelic. Like, I did it on a balcony, which was really fucking stupid, in the hotel room. Not that you can really even move on Salvia, you're pretty immobile. But I remember like looking down, and we're 20 some stories up. You know, I don't know how many. We're in a hotel way up. Mm-hmm. And my buddy had blonde hair at the time, and I remember looking over, and it was just like peels of a fruit, just like endlessly peeling, and I just came to, and I was laughing. Like, and you could buy it at a gas station, bro. That's all I could see. It was like the sun. It was just.
And you said his head looked like a fruit,
like a fucking banana or some shit. Yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, this is D&J.
This is D&J
live in the record room.
In the what?
The drug episode.
The drug episode with Nino Fetty.
Nino Fetty.
All his bitches are witches.
All my bitches is witches.
That's right.
That's right.
And snitches get
stitches.
Okay then, Josh. With the bars.
There we go. Speaking of bars.
What about the bars? Mozzie. From
what little I heard while we were setting up.
You liked that.
I'm going to give it another listen.
Definitely. How many songs? I think about 10.
10 songs. Untreated Trauma just came out.
Untreated Trauma.
Dre brought it up. Mozzie,
one of them fellas, man. One up top. I
liked it from what I heard.
Mozzie is good. West Coast guy.
West Coast, Sacramento.
California dude.
And I think he the first guy I think ever came from out that city, Sacramento.
Sacramento's boring as fuck.
Sacktown.
You been there before?
I've driven through it. Because there's not much going on. Like, as far as California goes, it's a lame, and no disrespect to Sacramento, but it's kind of fucking flat and in the middle of the state, boring.
No, I'm not gonna say that. I have a bunch of Kings fans.
You been there before? You been to Sacramento?
No.
I don't know if Mozzie from out there, man. He seemed like a cut motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
YG called that boy the new Tupac.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's a huge compliment.
He was on the Breakfast Club. And who said that? Charlamagne told Mozzie, like, YG, he called you the new Pac. Mozzie say, well, man, that's something to live up to.
Hey, that's the right response. Mm-hmm. You know, stay humble and
Well, I wouldn't say the new Pac, but definitely cold.
That's a huge compliment from
YG,
a distinguished artist. So Mozzie, Untreated Trauma. There were some bars in that. You said ESTG was in there while I was talking?
Him and Babyface Ray. I think it's
a good sound. I like that second song. All those guys.
And I ain't gonna lie, Mozzie is just one of those guys that he kind of sound like he from the Midwest, actually.
He sound like he from Detroit. EST sound like he from Detroit. It's I like the way they sound though. It's good. It's a good look. I would love a collaboration album between them, like how everybody been doing lately.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That'd be sweet.
We kind of touched on this in an earlier episode about the relationship between the West Coast and Detroit, in particular, how they kind of share a similar sound. But it seems like it's even going beyond that. Like ESTG is from Louisville. Is that right?
And then we got Babyface from Detroit, and then Mozzie from the Bay. I mean, Cali.
But I think the sound is like bleeding over into. It's taken over in a lot of ways. Like I think it's going into like ESTG fits right in. He's on tour with 42 Doug, and those guys. Also, that clip. Chris, we got to show you this shit.
Oh.
I don't know how serious it is, but it was a funny moment. Someone caught it on camera of
ESTG. What he say to him?
He's like, you can see him mouthing it. He's like, shut the fuck up. Like, hey, shut the fuck up.
With 42.
And 42 Doug's just standing there like looking up at him like, did he really say? You could just see like he was shocked that the situation was even taking place.
He's a small guy.
He is.
His height probably is 4'2". That's why they call him that. But I don't know how serious it was, but
Yeah. Versus battle. We all kind of watched the highlights of that ish.
Yeah, everybody's just saying that Ja Rule won, and I'm not
that's
gonna
what
lie. Yeah, I knew that was gonna be the outcome because Ja Rule definitely had a lot of hits back in the day.
He did, man. That's what they said. That boy was a Drake of his time.
I'm from New York.
Well, I heard one person say that. Who said that shit? Fat Joe, I think.
He was
His
the
opponent,
Drake
actually.
of his time and making all them girl songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he had the number one hits. Ashanti was on all his shit.
Certified
J-Lo
lover
on
boy.
all his shit. You know, like that shit. He started that shit.
Drake is the new Ja Rule.
Fat Joe had a couple songs with Big Pun, but like besides Lean Back and All the Way Up and a couple other ones, he got more than
Bro.
Ja Rule.
I always thought that Big Pun and Fat Joe was brothers.
Nah.
They not.
I see it.
I really thought they was real brothers when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a guy that he knew.
I didn't. So this could be old news, but I watched like maybe it was Vlad, maybe it was somebody else, but it was Fat Joe, and I don't know if it was, maybe Fat Joe has his own podcast, maybe it was Mike, I don't know, but he was talking about how he served time and got completely fucked by his accountant. Are you guys aware of this? Like he was embezzling money.
Who?
Fat Joe. Like he ended up like because of his accountant, whatever dirty shit he was doing, like he was laundering his money and moving it around like with unbeknownst to him, he ended up having to serve time and pay back like millions of dollars. And I'm maybe not explaining it right, but I didn't realize he went to like jail or prison for that shit. Like he said he packed the courtroom, he had everybody, like all his family and friends, like he really was unaware of what the guy was doing, but since it was under his name,
Fucked his whole shit
it
up.
fucked his whole shit up. And he said he was doing like features and all kinds of shit just to compensate,
get the money back, huh?
to take care of all the people in his family and friend group that like were kind of depending on him. And he's like, nobody ever really knew everything was wrong, but it was rough for a minute.
Damn. What year was this?
I don't know. That's the thing. The interview, it was one of those
people was mad at Fat Joe and they were saying that Fat Joe girlfriend or something not Fat Joe, but Big Pun peoples was saying that Fat Joe owed them money and shit like that, and it's a bunch of bullshit going on. There's a bunch of New York beef.
Yeah.
New York beef go deep. Like a lot of people don't even realize it. People been beefing for years. Fat Joe and Jay-Z just got back cool. They've been beefing for a long ass time.
Do we know what that was over, or was it just kind of like a quiet?
Somebody stabbed Big Pun in the club and some shit. I was with Jay-Z peoples and
Somebody stabbed Fat Joe?
no, somebody stabbed Big Pun.
Oh, Big Pun?
Yeah.
Damn. I ain't hear nothing about that
It was
shit.
a long time ago.
But that's the kind of shit. And then they're just they don't talk, and they're not.
And this is before social media, so like you never know what kind of squabbles people didn't have back in the past. And
behind closed doors or in public, and it wasn't documented.
yeah, I've been hearing so much shit about rap, just being around rappers that you wouldn't even know. People that don't like each other that you wouldn't even know. Maybe on songs together and shit. You know, like,
Yeah, that's weird to think.
Right, because of the social media area now. Now people get to look this shit up.
Man, I can't remember who.
People got these podcasts and shit.
Maybe it was you. Maybe it was Bells. Maybe it was you or Bells. Yeah, us.
I've been saying though. A lot of people do too though.
No doubt. But the what you guys just referenced, the ability to record a song with somebody and not even like meet them or not like them. Like you can just send the fucking verse over.
Oh, you want to know who the king of that was?
Who?
Michael Jackson.
What, so he makes some
Really?
Michael
shit.
Jackson hated motherfuckers. He was just doing shit because people was just coming to him with millions of dollars, like, please do this song. He'd be like, you can see it in his face when he working with people. He just be,
This motherfucker can't even fucking sing. Guess I'll do it for the million, Joe.
I saw a video of him spending money like in an art gallery, and he was
Just
like, "I'll take that,
yep.
two of those, one of those, that,
Cashed out.
And it
that."
wasn't shit but some fucking statues or something, right?
Yeah,
It
you
was
saw
shit
it,
that
and it
wasn't
was-
even for sale.
Yeah,
It wasn't even for sale. He just, but can I have it?
that.
That would look so nice in it. Hey, that would look so nice in Bubbles' room. Look, oh my god.
Right.
Okay, we got this. You want that one too, Mike?
Sure, look, it has hands.
I don't know why, but this shit was
Michael Jackson money was long.
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to shit on that, but that dude was weird at the end. Man. That shit got weird as fuck. He was dangling the babies over the balcony, like
Hell
That
yeah,
was
that
some-
motherfucker was
What?
weird,
it was some
man.
bizarre shit.
He was weird, man.
Paris. Like that. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
No, man.
Hey, them kids wasn't his.
No.
Hell
Look at
no.
them now. They all grown up. Them is white people.
White fucking kids.
Michael Jackson's
White
white, isn't he?
Nah, hell no.
Josh really mean that. Josh really didn't know.
Right.
Like,
His hair, he straightened his hair. Man.
I don't get it, man.
Ah,
But that's
Michael.
what he did.
Yeah, it was
Paris
super
Jackson
bizarre.
is like blonde hair, blue eyes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hell no.
I don't know what happened, man, but that's what he chose to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bought some kids.
He bought some
He
kids.
bought kids.
Damn. So
Yeah.
why the fuck didn't he just go get some pussy? Like, bro, go really make a baby.
Well,
You're-
that's a whole nother conversation.
It is. Well,
Some more behind the scenes stuff that we might not ever know because there
So
was
he
no
could-
social media back then.
because he really probably got babies for real.
Maybe.
And he's so famous, he's like, I don't even want them to really get seen.
Michael,
I'm gonna make somebody else famous.
I don't know what he likes, man. Being a childhood star like that, I think he went through some crazy ass shit and probably had some very selective preferences as far as partners go.
Let Oprah tell us, every detail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
man.
and Gail.
Yeah.
Say young Miss Gail,
Gail, man. Jeez.
Gail kind of thick though.
Oh,
Ashanti.
funky dog head bitch.
Dog head bitch. And this for Gail.
This
You funky dog head bitch.
And when she did that Kobe shit,
Yeah. She a dog head bitch,
that
bro.
was it for me. I already didn't like her, but that was it.
Blow that bitch back out. I don't know that though.
You don't ask those kind of fucking questions, bro. Speaking of actually attractive people, Ashanti probably
Ashanti.
stole the versus battle.
Yeah.
Just from the
totally.
clip I saw, like you were saying, man,
She's
she does not
perfect.
look 40 or however old she is. She is.
I don't
She's
know if
gorgeous.
She definitely in her 40s though.
SZA
She
caught
gotta
her
be.
outside and told her that she was always pretty to her and she always looked up to Ashanti and shit. And shit was cool.
Hmm.
She broke up her little interview
SZA.
on the red carpet.
That's
I love
nice,
her
man.
fucking lips, SZA.
Mm-hmm.
I like when famous people do that, when they like genuinely dap each other up, just like, yo,
Yeah.
you're an inspiration to me, and there's no ulterior motive, or it's nice
Yeah.
to see some
Right.
humanity in
I
Hollywood.
just seen a video yesterday with DMX actually just meeting Rakim for the first time. And I think it was like last year when they met. And they were just upping each other and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So DMX, he looking like, man, I was your favorite fan, man.
Yeah.
I know the lyrics to this. He get to rapping and shit.
Yeah.
Same cat, man. You still the same cat, man. All these years, man. You know what I'm saying? Rakim,
Yeah.
he on him like, man, the dog. I was just listening to your shit the other day. Rakim real smooth and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they just kept dapping each other up. Then they went out there on the stage. I'm like, damn, this shit.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. Like, yeah,
that
that's
boy
what
DMX said, I'm your number one fan, man.
that's what creators should do. That's what fucking
like that,
kings and
yeah.
creators.
Big
and,
Daddy Kane gave J. Cole his flowers. He said J. Cole was his favorite rapper.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's what they was talking about too. DMX and Rakim, they like, man, they always try to put Kane against you, man. He was just the smooth, sexy guy, man. You'll come through and flow. So I always put you above Big Daddy Kane. Know that, Kim.
Nice.
What?
Did you guys see the complete opposite of this? The Conor McGregor, Machine Gun Kelly red carpet moment
What do you
at
do? Throw
the.
some juice on him? I mean,
It was super
there had to
weird.
be some champagne or something.
And I don't think we really got a clear answer as to what was going on. I know,
I bet it's over a bitch.
and he said he wanted to get a photo with Megan Fox, or that he was going to
Over a
approach
bitch.
Megan Fox. So I think you would win that bet. But
Hey, that's a
after it
cold
all
bet.
happened, it like became really confusing, and Conor McGregor did what he does best. He just muddles and creates chaos and backtracks and shit. So
seen that.
yeah, he threw the drink, but Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox were at the Dustin Poirier Conor McGregor fight, and they were front row, and I think they're friends with Dustin. Mm-hmm. So I think he was already there was already some animosity and
Could
anger
be-
from
could be
Conor
some behind the scenes
because
type
he's still
shit
walking around with a cane. Like he had a cane at that event.
from the angle.
And I think he went to approach them, and security got in the middle and made the situation worse. And MGK was they had words, and Conor threw a punch, and obviously nothing connected. And then there's a video of everyone, get her out. And they're rushing Megan Fox off, and she's wearing nothing but like literally
I've seen
underwear,
that.
like a see-through dress, and she's
She cold
running
as a
off.
motherfucker, man.
And MGK is dressed like a fucking weirdo pop punk star. He's got pearls on his face.
How the fuck he get Megan Fox?
I don't know. I don't know how I
Who
feel
he
about her. Or
think he
any of the,
is.
What's
yeah,
that-
man. I don't
When
either.
I was a young guy, seeing her on that transform, like this,
Yeah.
like one of the coldest
You
white
know-
girls I ever seen.
Someone told me this weekend that she was blacklisted in Hollywood. That Michael Bay
Oh yeah,
said that she was like, he didn't say maybe like officially, but that it's somewhere in an interview or written that she was like extremely, extremely difficult to work with. It was like a diva.
Oh
and
yeah, I heard that.
Was blacklisted in Hollywood and
I
like
can see that.
You ain't seen her in nothing since.
no. And now she's kind of like latched on, maybe not latched on, maybe they really do love each other, I don't know. But now she's Machine Gun Kelly's, girl, and he kind of fucking, we all know he sidestepped into a whole different genre when it wasn't working for him. He kind of chameleoned into something, but
Or to Eminem.
yeah.
See, so Eminem dropped his whole situation, and he flat, huh?
Yeah, kill shot. Brow, I need a gunshot on
Did it
that
to
thing.
himself, huh? He committed career suicide. Maybe he wanted to do that.
I mean, he's probably bigger than he's ever
I
been
don't
now.
understand why anybody
got-
would
yeah.
say anything to Eminem at this point.
Yeah, man.
Unless you know you got what it takes. Even the people that got what it takes is like, I don't even think I want to do that.
Yeah.
But
Eminem's got nothing. Well, I don't want to say like I know, but he seems to me that he has nothing to do but sit in that palace of his and write bars. Like he's
Yeah,
just
he'll
I
die
can't
for
wait.
this shit.
I can't wait.
yeah, definitely.
Buddy, you die for this shit.
So Connor throws the punches or whatever, right? And then they interview him, and he's like, "I don't know what happened." Like boo 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 boo. And then they're like MGK, blah blah blah, and he's like, "I don't even know the guy."
That's funny.
Yeah, but Conor
seen it,
McGregor to me feels like he's on his way out.
What event was that again?
I didn't want to say VMAs, but I think I'm making that up.
It was
Was it
called
the
the
Met
I think
Gala?
the Met Gala.
Yes.
Did you see
That's what
some
it
of the
was.
stuff that people was wearing at the Met Gala?
Yeah, what is the Met Gala? Because I was thinking, like,
It's
is it
a
some type of art fashion show or something?
Yeah.
Because everybody had on something kind of weird.
Was AOC wearing? Is that a different event where she wore the tax the rich dress?
I think so.
And
I
it was
think
like
she was there.
a super expensive fucking dress.
Yeah, everybody at the Met Gala wear super expensive, weird shit.
ASAP Rocky was in that bitch. Looked like he was in a whole
he
bag
looked like
of
he was in
Captain
a.
Crunch.
That's the thing. They be wearing the weirdest shit there. Fucking what's his name?
really
Lil
did.
Nas X wore like a gold suit of armor.
I saw that. That was actually kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like he looked like a fucking superhero in that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he took it off, and it was more gold shit up under it. I was like, that shit was sweet.
yo, he is.
You think it was real gold?
No, it was Versace though.
It was Versace.
He is a fucking marketing genius. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
just
pretty smart.
he
And
just-
I heard his
he
album is doing numbers right now. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
so it's actually putting up. I mean, I think people just want to hear what he, like, what's he gonna
I'm
do
hearing
next?
good reviews though. Like I'm hearing that people are saying that it's a good album. And I didn't listen to it yet,
Yeah,
but they saying that it's a good album and it's like no skips on it and shit like that. Maybe I should give it a chance. And like he not really doing shit we ain't seen before. Young Thug did it a few years ago.
I don't know, man. He
Wearing
on a-
dresses and shit.
yeah.
Everybody was talking about it.
He's
no
definitely-
such thing as bad publicity.
I mean, that's a fact.
If you a
as far as money
household
goes.
name for what they talking about, they gonna know. He dropped that album. If it's good, it's over.
Right, because he definitely got fans.
He does.
He got fans, and even if you're not a fan, you know him because everybody talking about him.
Right.
Exactly.
time.
Boosie ass.
Boosie get mad
Boosie's
every time
helping
he
him.
breathes.
Man, if he was my son, man, they pushing the agenda, man. Y'all know it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I ain't gonna say his shit bad, but it's just some shit that he doing that I don't accept, to where a lot of people don't. To where I'm not even gonna give his music a chance. I'm not supporting him at all. You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I'm sort of somewhere
What?
in
Because he
between.
gay?
No, just the stunts he pulling. Like I
Oh,
just
like
said, I
the-
like Tyler Creator. He admitted he do little weird shit, right? His album was
I
nice to
think
the
that was
motherfucker
a
though.
stunt, though.
Probably was, but I liked it. His music.
I think a lot of people got like turned off by Lil Nas X because of the music video, and it wasn't because he was gay. I think he's like using religious themes, and it's nothing new in the sense of like Chris is right. It's all been done before. We've seen satanic imagery
Lady
in
Gaga.
music. We've seen men wear dresses,
Yeah.
but like him twerking on himself was provocative for a lot of people. Dressed as the devil was provocative for a lot of people.
Yeah, he just
Man, if Christina Aguilera would have did it, nobody would have gave a fuck.
That's a fact.
But it's different.
That's a fact.
It's a young black guy. So now Christina Aguilera, who the fuck is that?
You don't know who that is?
Exactly.
Like I think
so funny.
Lil Nas X is not just he's smarter than what you think, and it's like
Yeah.
he know you gonna think it's religious, because he know that black people is raised to think like that when it comes to shit like that, and what y'all reaction already gonna be, and that was the statement.
Let me
what
tell
I'm
you
saying?
something. What my nephew told me. My nephew 10. That's what he told me. He said, Uncle Booby, I was at school and my friend, he been listening to Lil Nas X. Last year, he wasn't acting like this. But since he been listening to Lil Nas X, he act like a girl now. I'm like, damn. He like,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You know what though? That was with that little boy. That was gonna happen either way.
Something
In
was
his
going to
life,
trigger it.
something was gonna trigger that.
That's what I was
That's a
asking.
good
I
point.
said, Gabe, I'm
Yes.
like, but soon as the little Nas, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
If it
video and
wasn't
all that
Lil
stuff,
Nas X, he
It was
was
gonna
gonna
be
see a
somebody
Britney
else.
Spears video.
You are so
or
right on that.
probably.
It's that shit. Little Nas didn't make that little boy gay,
But he made him comfortable being gay, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody-
Boosie has entered the chat. Like I said, it's still being talked about. Like he's winning right now. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not hating on what he's doing. He
No,
got
no,
good
no.
strategy.
Yeah.
100. Definitely not hating on what he's doing.
Right, it's working.
It's just not that I'm gonna.
You're just worried
I don't
about
even
the
listen to that
kids,
type
man.
of music.
It's the kids,
Old Town Road. Who the fuck? We the fuck without you? Don't even listen to no shit
No,
like that.
no, and that's
I don't
what I
even
mean.
listen to
I
country
don't.
music. Period.
Like I think Lil Nas X is smart and he's getting his bag, but it's not something I put on the daily. Anyways, this topic has been talked about ad infinitum. In other news, rest in peace to a legend from Friday, Anthony Johnson.
Oh, Ezel. From the looks of it, man. Look like you back there taking the shit. You be eating corn today, smoking? Hey, get the hell out of here, Ezel. Yeah,
I don't
R.I.P.
kill
to that boy.
I steal.
Yeah. How many people have died from that movie? Were you guys saying
At
3, 4,
least
5
6.
people? 6?
He said
It's
we-
one of those movies, man. Or
we
maybe
said,
we're getting
man.
old.
Yeah, definitely getting old because
Yeah.
all the people that died is old.
Debo, Bernie Mac, shit, Pops.
Did you say the guy from
Pops?
Green Mile? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a little skit in there. He wasn't in it, but he was in it. But he did Esther. You don't even know what that is, do you, Josh? Off Sanford and Son. You know what it is, right, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
She died, but she had like a little skit in it too.
Who was she?
She came up talking that Jehovah Witness shit to Ice Cube. He like, man, get the fuck off my motherfucking porch with that bullshit. She like, well, yeah, the old ladies.
So
So she wanted, you know what I'm saying?
that's funny. I just did a wedding party yesterday, and my manager comes up to me and she's like, hey, we're doing a party, 65 people, blah blah blah, open bar, cool. Just to let you know, the bride is 30, and the groom is graduated in 2019. Okay, she's like, so you got to ID everybody. Like, all right, well, that's weird, little age discrepancy. That's fine. We'll ID everybody. She goes, and they're all Jehovah's Witness. Like, okay. Do they drink? She's like, yeah, they drink. And they're gonna come knock on your door, dude. A couple of them, you could just feel like they wanted to say something even at the bar. You know?
So they was really in there, like, just couldn't fuck with it, huh?
yeah. No, I mean, there were a couple people that couldn't drink because they were. I mean, I think the groom was one of them. He was underage. Like he graduated in 2019. There's no way. I mean, maybe he got held back or went to alternative school or was older or whatever. But I think he was
bet
like
you-
19, 20.
I bet you his mom and dad was there too, wasn't they?
They were blasted,
He probably
super drunk.
Wasn't
and
Michael
don't-
Jackson family? Was Michael Jackson family Jehovah Witness or 7-Day Adventist?
I think they were Adventists. Yeah, 7-day. I'm pretty sure they might have been Jehovah Witness, but
Whatever, dude. Religion's stupid. Anyway, no, I'm just
Damn.
whatever, dude.
whatever, dude. You guys are idiots.
Mormons wear special underwear. Honestly, some of that shit, like the offshoots, like the really crazy offshoots of Christianity, are wild.
What was you saying about Mormons one day, bro?
A couple things. I mean,
You said it was
Mormons
a
in
Mormon
general.
church going towards my house?
Yeah, we used to play basketball in it.
Yeah.
So one of my
Mormonism.
buddies in high school, his dad was one of the elders of the church, so he had a key to the church. So we would go there at like midnight or 11, whenever, but mostly at night when
Right.
people weren't in there, and we would smoke weed in that bitch and fucking play basketball. They had a full court.
Yeah.
And it was cool. We did that throughout high school, and like he stayed home for college, so we did that for like
So you in the
damn near
church
5-6
smoking, huh?
years. Yeah, sometimes in the parking lot, sometimes inside. I don't know.
They would have fucking crucified you. They would have
I don't know.
caught that shit.
Mormons are a weird group of.
No, that's what she was telling me. Like, who the fuck is a Mormon?
So, like, here's a couple fun facts about Mormonism. It was founded by Joseph Smith, who owned a printing press in like the 1800s, and he got caught counterfeiting books. So he basically lost his business because he was fucking counterfeiting shit. And then, in order to save himself financially, he found gold tablets allegedly outside of the Missouri River. And only he could read these tablets, and they disappeared once he wrote them on the remainder of his fucking printing press. And thus came the Book of Mormon. And people started fucking following him. It was like some
People actually
Scientology,
believe that shit.
L. Ron Hubbard shit, bro. And Mormons wear special underwear. They have girdles to protect their genitals and sexual energy or whatever. You can court each other in Mormonism, so you're allowed to have penetration.
This is what you were telling me.
Premarital penetration, as long as you don't move. As long as the male and female do not move.
You told me that. I'm like, what the fuck?
So little flaccid ass, winky dink in somebody's coochie.
I'd definitely be a criminal in that motherfucking area if I was doing that shit.
And the last thing with Mormons is when they die, they believe that they are reincarnated as gods, and they rule over planets, and that males get better planets than females.
They in for a rude motherfucking awakening. If they not even already woke and none like, what the fuck was I just in?
And this shit's canon.
For years.
This sounds like a South Park episode, but that's the reason why they made the fucking play.
Whatever, dude. Culture's stupid. Let's go.
Yes, they are. But yeah, the Jehovah's Witness scene from that, and then I waited on a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses. You can feel it in the like the couple of them. They want to preach to like, hey, how are you?
Just
like,
holding it back.
Holding it. Have you heard the good word? Of underwear.
My dad used to sit outside and talk to him because he used to be a church dude, and he would just like argue with him about Bible stuff. And my mom would be like, "Would you shut the fuck up?"
Well, you can't argue with some of these people. Like somebody that we were working with yesterday said that it was Dave Hunter actually. He said that he went on a trip as a kid, and they ended up in a Mormon area, and these kids were like questioning this lady who was Mormon, and she ended up crying because she couldn't answer the questions. And it's like being confronted in your belief system where it's like, that's not in the Bible. It doesn't logically make sense. Like there's no evidence for special
So that's
underwear.
a man-made fucking religion, man. A lot of this shit is.
I mean
all
so long as, you know what I'm saying, throughout the whole system though, man, if you believe in God, man, that's all that matters.
I think as long
that's
as
it, man.
Because
you
everything
ain't
else
be
is
Christian,
in a book,
none
man.
of that bullshit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that
When
way.
you spiritual, and you know it's a higher being, you got that in you too. So
well, and here's the part.
Why wouldn't you believe
Here's
in
the
it?
part that like gets slippery for me. Right? We can stop right there and be like, yo, there's something going on here. Like maybe something couldn't come from nothing. But the second people start writing about special underwear is when we lose it. And then people start killing each other.
I was with this chick yesterday, and she said she's at work. She worked in a doctor's office, and they slammed, right? And they got this new girl, and she not helping out like that. You know what I'm saying? And she stayed to herself. She don't really talk to nobody. So they looked up on Facebook, and she's super religious. The only other people that work at the doctor's office they work at is a tatted up chick with no boyfriend, no kids, a gay couple, and a black girl. So, she's like, oh, this lady must be like a white religious racist person because she's not like talking to nobody or nothing.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's fucked up that like the religious person is like not trying to
the least
bring
helpful.
people together and shit like that. I was like, well, it's religion doing what it was made to do.
Divide people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. Yeah.
It's doing what it was made to do.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can believe in whatever you want to believe in and just keep life going. You don't gotta.
Yeah.
It's made to separate people.
It is.
Like the war over there in Israel and shit been going on for how many years?
Since the reinstallment of Israel after
Exactly.
the World Wars.
Exactly.
And prior to that, as old as time.
It's old as time. We right, you wrong. Who cares?
Yeah, it's our. Yes, it's a battle of words and
Oh ass shit.
it is, man. And that's deep shit. And also, being in the industry, waiting on people on Sundays, they're usually the worst people to wait on. And it's because they have just come from church. They've put money in the basket. and they're
They
either
think
worried
they're
about their
superior.
sins and they think that they're superior than you. And it's like, if you really read let's take for a second just the Gospels. If you really read it, the character Christ, Jesus Christ, like as just a literary character, right? As somebody to look up to, even as a historical figure, he was hanging out with prostitutes, gamblers, drug addicts, killers. He was healing the blind, the sick.
Yeah, this all in the Bible.
It's all all written in the
with the
book
rich
that
folks.
these people, that the rich, yeah, exactly. And it's so this consumeristic brand of Christianity, like capitalism and Christianity mixed together. It's just like, that doesn't work. This dude was walking around barefoot, hanging out with
He would never be a
in the
capitalist.
slums of society, like helping people and loving people. And you guys are killing each other and judging people. And it's like, that's the least helpful person in the clinic.
Yeah.
When her savior is somebody
Would've helped
who
everybody.
who wants to heal everybody. And
Exactly.
it all goes back to love and just believing in like either a higher power or just in love in general, man. Like just compassion for each other, And I think that we're seeing like a lot of both sides as far as the pandemic goes. There's two avenues. You have people acting like animals and they're going into their polarized camps of my religion's right or my political party's right, and then you have a very human side of people that are like, yo, we gotta figure out a common ground. We gotta find common ground here. Like we gotta figure out what's human here, what's right. We gotta love each other and help each other out. And yeah, man, I'll always side with that shit. And to me, that's creator energy. Like as far as that goes. So
it is. You want to be outside the box.
Man, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be one that's go be the leader.
We went from Friday to Good Friday real quick.
Yeah, well, let's get back on subject. Then.
That was good though. Yeah.
Get back on subject.
Oh, this is the subject now.
Namaste, dude.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. There's my next subject right there. Stove God Cooks. Conway the
Stove God
Machine.
Cooks.
Griselda. Hey, yo. Bells and I, not here. We went to, make it quick, we went to Conway the Machine. Chris, you should have came with us. Stove God Cooks. We got to meet both of them. The show was fucking sick at
Was
St.
it?
Andrews.
Was it packed out?
It was packed. Actually, they moved it down to the shelter, so it was in the lower area. But Conway was really cool. He was super hospitable. He signed a Mighty Ducks jersey for us. Conway. Stove God wasn't around for the meet and greet, but we ended up kind of linking up with their merch dude. I got my vinyl signed. I got a cassette tape. I got this and that. We ended up meeting him outside the tour bus. Got the Syracuse jersey signed. Also a really cool, down-to-earth guy. And it goes back to what we were kind of talking about earlier when, like, you see artists pumping each other up or see... Because an artist could be, like, one of two ways in my mind. They can either be, like, standoffish and just, like, yeah, hey, man, what's up? Or not talk to you at all. Or they can really be, like, appreciative. If you catch them in the right point of their career, I feel like, before they're inaccessible. Because he's on his way up, and he was just, like... He got all that. He was about to be asleep in his tour bus. And his crew... who are actually his friends, you can tell, pulled him out and we're like, yo, there's two guys out here that want to meet you.
So you say early in their career, you can sense that, huh?
I think so. You know what I mean? There's a point where it's like,
Yeah, before they get all douchey.
or all of a sudden they don't know the security. They've got a company that's working for them and they get all douchey or they go live in the palace. But like when somebody's on their way up, you can catch them. And interact with them. And anyway, shout out Stove God. I appreciate you signing that vinyl. Hallelujah. Fucking Bread of Life. Check that shit out if you haven't heard that shit.
That motherfucker is sweet, man.
He's dope.
That nigga said some shit one time. I had to restart it. You know how you restart the song when you hear something sweet? I did that shit like 7 times.
Wait a minute. So was he there too?
Stove God was. Boldy did not come out.
I'm talking about him. So when Stove is right here?
Stove's on the red vinyl.
Is that the one that said the shit that I said?
The Tupac line.
Yeah,
that you didn't
that's
like.
him?
Yep.
I ain't like that.
Yeah, I know you didn't. He's an East Coast guy.
I did not like that.
Something like Die.
And that's the one you
Die
took the
with
picture
your
with,
nose
right?
at the ring. Yeah. Oh, and Conway. Yeah.
And Conway, the one with the swollen jaw.
Yep.
Okay.
Got shot in the back of the neck.
So you didn't get the.
I got a picture with him too.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got to meet them both. It was.
You did? Okay, I did see that when
Yeah.
you sent me that.
I was kind of hoping Boldy would come out. He did not.
Boldy is the
Conway
guy.
probably the coldest in the Griselda, though.
I think so, man.
So you think he better than Boldy? I'm gonna have to really get on these guys.
He
man.
is better than Boldy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from Chris right there, man. Devil's Reject. Dude, I'm so mad I didn't have that vinyl in time.
Between
him to
him and
sign.
Benny, they the coldest.
I
Benny
agree.
and him go back and forth a lot, but Conway will go there.
Yeah.
He'll go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check these guys
On that
out
on
for
that
real,
new
man.
shit, that nigga said,
Cause I
he
like
said,
Boldy.
Machine bitch, I spit on one of your kids. I was like,
Them boys disrespectful.
Ooh wee.
And I got that from that Tupac line. I'm like,
Yeah.
this nigga really said that?
They're disrespectful
About
for
my
sure.
man, pocket. He hurt my feelings. Let's see now, Josh.
Die with that nose ring.
Stove guy said, he said, this what guys stepping on the cloud look like. Fuck what it cost, what it cooked like. I wrote the cocaine Quran. I told you he said when we brought the cocaine, it was on. Alhamdulillah. I was like, oh my God.
Dang.
What is he talking? Like, he's just
they
walking on
Muslim?
water.
89, I want to play the Pistons.
Is they Muslim?
Speaking of religion, I think like Griselda has some Islamic influence. I'm not sure if
West
all of
Side
them.
is for sure.
West Side is undoubtedly a
Maybe
Muslim.
they all is. They just ain't really got to his level yet.
It's a lot of Muslim rappers that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I think Meek Mill is. French Montana is.
I know Kevin Gates he is for sure. No.
Yeah. DJ Khaled.
The Griselda guys, to some
I seen
a certain
they had
extent.
put Moneybag Yo. Kevin Gates kind of brought him in there though.
Jay-Z.
Except Jay-Z, huh?
Jay-Z, oh, I think so. He be hanging out with Jay Electronica.
Nas.
Jay Electronica is heavy Farrakhan lover.
I like they studies, man.
What about-
I never really practice it, but I love they studies. I like what they do. I like how they move. It's real militant.
It's so.
It's some shit that like I can stand by. You know what I'm saying?
You guys
like
know.
that.
You guys know 50's involved, because we're about to meet him this week.
50 involved with what?
Is he Muslim?
Oh, I don't know.
I
don't think
so.
he is,
Yeah,
man. That
50
nigga
is
crazy, bro.
50 is
50's Canaan.
He don't seem. Yeah, he don't got no type of.
I think 50 worship himself.
awareness.
Yeah, I think so too, man.
Yeah, he definitely not militant at all. He think he the motherfucker.
So for those in the area and that are fans of Power, Joseph Sikora is doing a meet and greet at the original Buscemi's off Gratiot.
Buscemi's.
Buscemi's.
What kind of shit they got up there?
Pizza and liquor. It's sort of like Pine Up Wine Shop, like the original.
Oh, yeah?
like that kind of vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a meet and greet with Tommy, and on the poster, 50's on it.
Cancel Christmas on your ass.
Hey. Laugh. Ghost, you want me to kill him?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, 4 to 6, Friday, Saturday. It's a free fucking meet and greet. Look up Buscemi's, Joseph Sikora, Tommy Egan, whatever. But 50's on the poster, and I'm hoping he's there. I think he's in town. BMF premieres this Sunday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes,
Like soon
sir.
as Kanan starts, BMF starts. This nigga's a genius.
They got it all rolling out. Him
This
and
nigga's
Courtney
a fucking
Kemp.
genius.
Man, and-
50 Cent is the fucking entrepreneur of the fucking. Like people always be talking about Jay-Z and 50 and Diddy, but 50 Cent is like a hustler, man. This shit crazy.
Yeah. And he's killing the TV game.
And the
I think you
shows are
said this at
good.
some point where you're like, he's just got it rotating where this Ghost drops, then Raising Kanan drops.
Yeah.
BMF is coming out.
Yeah,
Guess
all
what?
that shit.
Force is going to come out after that.
Yeah. He is not gonna stop.
No.
He just got glued to this TV.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to do a versus, right?
That little kid that they got playing Kanan in the new show is funny because it's like he trying to play Kanan and he trying to sound like 50 Cent at the same time.
We got to catch up.
What if it's really a fucking story about 50 Cent life for real?
I'm sure there's
It
parts
kind
of
of
it that
feel
are.
like it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's got to be a little bit.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I quit on the first 2 episodes, but
But you watch
From-
all of Ghost, right? And you watch All Power?
I watched. Oh, hell yeah,
I know you watch All Power, but I didn't know about Ghost.
yeah. The story the
With,
book, yeah.
Tariq.
With Tariq them,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys think with BMF coming out, do you think that Joseph Sikora, Tommy, is going to have a cameo in there as a different character?
I think he might have a role in that bitch, like for sure.
I thought that they was gonna put Eminem in it.
Really?
They said that they was gonna use Eminem to play White Boy Rick.
Is that confirmed or?
White Boy Rick. You know what White Boy Rick is, Josh?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And you know what I just seen? He got some shit on Netflix. It's called White Boy.
Is it a documentary or is it?
Yeah.
I feel like
All right.
Documentary.
So with the BMF movie coming up, it's BMF of Detroit. classic, right? Mm-hmm. Detroit also got other classics like White Boy Rick, YBI, The Best Friends, Maserati Rick.
Maserati Rick.
But my thing is, are we gonna let Hollywood come in here and take these stories and fuck them up?
I don't think they is. I think that's why it took
Because
this long.
I'm scared to see BMF for that very reason. I don't want it to be a rush thing.
That's why I was saying, like, Josh, is it gonna be a movie
And
or a series?
It's a series.
Oh,
And,
okay.
and two, I don't want them to make White Boy Rick a glorified thing.
Please don't.
He's a rat.
Yeah.
He is, and
At
I
the end
never.
of the day, he's a rat.
Man.
People trying to glorify this shit. And I just don't want Hollywood to come in here and fuck this shit up. That's all.
Why the fuck do he get glorified? This motherfucker came in as an informant at 14 years old.
He got everybody fucked up.
He fucked the whole shit up, bro.
They the reason the East Side look like that.
Why the fuck would they allow this little kid to do that?
And you know, if they tell the story, they're going to tell it from his point of view, so he will.
And you know that
he will
that's
be glorified
fucked up,
to a
bro.
certain
And he was
degree.
in a motherfucking. He was in a motherfucking prime when that shit was really going down. With
It's
Best
kinda
Friend,
like,
Maserati Rick and them and shit, bro. He was around that type of shit.
It's like Judas and the Black Messiah, but
Right,
with
man.
White Boy Rick
Yeah.
as the informant.
God, you got to watch that movie, Dre. Judas and the
when
Messiah.
that come out?
February.
Oh yeah.
It's about the infiltration of the Black Panther organization.
Wait a minute.
shit
Is that
awesome.
Is that what you showed me with my
Yeah,
man,
bro? Yeah,
I checked it out.
with the two guys. Did you watch it?
I checked it out. I fell asleep, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
It was
you got-
it was
we
definitely
should watch
something.
that.
With my man, damn, what was my man name?
Lakeith Stanfield.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
off Us and shit like that, right? And
What's up, Bells?
say Bell's back in the building, man.
Yeah.
That's my man. He got it. He got it.
That's it. Oh, the cat's in there. Godzilla.
The cat's out the bag.
The cat.
No pun intended.
Oh man.
Okay,
This has
then.
been D&J live in the record room.
Hey, peace out.
Peace out. We'll see you Friday at Buscemi's.